Here, Joe.
This bout,
So much hype. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Beautiful counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Punch, counter punch. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Beautiful counter shot. Just missed with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. And there's the bell for round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. A lot of effort being exerted here. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? They got out of the way of that right hook. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? His stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They threw the hook. It didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent.
Let's get it started in round 3.
Stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get...
After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. You know, we have to rank them as one of the best in their weight class. Got out of the way of that right hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They both want the knockout. The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Defense blocking that right uppercut. Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Nigel Benn overwhelmed with power and down he goes. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's... The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
The corner need to think nice and
Wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
It's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good defense on the right uppercut. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. It's not over till it's over. Back into the fray here in round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That jab doesn't score. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and there's not. Did you see that? Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. Joe Calzaghe is on the canvas. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch. Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Well done with that counter shot. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. What a huge moment. On to the 6th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get it.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Nigel, heavy shots, and Nigel Benn goes down. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the left hook. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's see how... Here we go, it's round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. got to use their jab better in this fight. A perfect counter lands. Through the hook, didn't land. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. Counter punch caught him clean. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. Talk about a one-sided three. And they're back at it again here in round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Misses with that uppercut. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh no! Nigel Benn and big Nigel Benn down. Can you believe it? We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
You saw it here live, a knockout.
make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting close. I said, I can't stand by anymore. Looking in from the outside, I know I can hold the phone. They can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on and help me push it through. Oh, no one can save me.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson. Joe.
This bout is scheduled.
So much hype. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Perfect counter shot. Did well to block that right hook. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Can't find a home for that jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice counter. Fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Well done with that counter shot. And that hook misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete. On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Nope, that jab not gonna score. Catch and shoot. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And the Cobra is down. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Where this next round is... The bell rings and we start the third. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How about that time counter shot? Nice job to block that uppercut. Failing to score with that right hook. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got it.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Joe Calzaghe just got rocked. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be.
Back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
No doubt the career is winding down. How many fights do they have left? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Good counter punching. That counter punch caught him clean. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. Can't score with that hook again. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We know they've got the advantage so far. Back into the fray here in round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punch. This fighter, one of the top 5 in the world, no doubt about it. His stamina is off the charts. Only catching air with that hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round. Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh no, Carl Froch got caught. That was the moment. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Looking to land the hook. Beautiful counter shot. The Pride of Wales in some real trouble. Joe Calzaghe just went down. And you can see here his face basically melt. How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation.
That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. left hook misses. And he scores with the counter. Did you see that? Carl Froch seeing cobwebs. And it appears so he's going to take a knee here and get the mandatory 8 count.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
Just missed with that hook. Holding nothing back here in the round. A lot of effort being exerted here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might. And there's the bell for round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Carl Froch, and finally Carl Froch goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Carl Froch seeing cobwebs. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? And he will stop it. TKO winner, a mercy stoppage there from the referee.
Too early, too early. Should have let him get stuck in with it.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, your winner by technical